Unos, dos, tres, cuatro. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Back at it, like a Craftmatic. Check it out, check it out, check it out. All the people over here on Instagram, what up, what up? We back at it once again. Another live for your head top. Let me make sure my mic sounds good. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let me share this across to a few platforms. If you see me on Instagram, you know what's up. YouTube.com/We Love Hip Hop Network. Tap in. Let's get a conversation going on. There's a lot of things going on in the scene right now. Let me make sure my mic sounds good. Big salute to everybody who's popping up on Instagram right now. 00 Baby in the building. Look out for that interview dropping real soon. Got a lot of stuff on the horizon. Holy, we've been busy. What I should do right now while I'm over here, and for y'all people on Instagram, pop out on the YouTube right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a few shares first, and then I'm going to open up the members section and show y'all something that I've been working on right now. Let me do that while I'm sharing. We'll multitask. But yeah, man, there's a lot of different things to discuss. Got a list of topics. Adam22 versus Akademiks. That's been brewing. That's been getting a little bit heated. Weirdly enough, I didn't think that would be a beef that would reignite again. Also, what else are we talking about here? Let me pull up my list. Lil Boom. Sorry, Ak. I'm going to have to get into that Lil Boom story, bro. That Lil Boom thing is a little bit wild. Also, Mos Def. We got to talk about Mos Def, man. He's going at the Sixth God. He's sounding a little salty. We'll go into maybe a little bit of a history of why Mos Def might have been chose to give Drake those choice words, or even if there were choice words in the first place. And there's a few more things I want to talk about, definitely. Some Toronto topics. Booggz appeal denied. Oh, a big one I got over here as well. Kendrick Lamar scammed the Montreal rapper. I want to really get into that story right there. But there's a few different things I want to get into. Let me open up my sound effects. And while I'm getting all of my technical stuff open in the background, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the members section on the YouTube channel. Quick, fast, in a hurry. And for all the people who are popping out on YouTube right now, let yourself be seen. Peace, love in the building. Road to success in the building. Easy Fecta in the building. Let's get these likes up. Let's share this out, and let's get a good conversation going on over here. People on Instagram, youtube.com/We Love Hip Hop. Let's get it popping. You're busy out here today, man. Just a lot of different things to do, man. Okay, let me get here. Let me acquaint myself. Pull up some stuff in the background for us to look at. I worked on a documentary, gang. Got a new documentary in the vault. It's looking crispy and monetized, which is always a good thing. Let's pull up the page here. Bong, bong. If you're not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. All right. Put on that notification bell so you know when we're dropping new content, and that's every day. Let me just open up this right here. So if you go to the member section right here, Life Behind Bars, rap used in court. Okay. Let me just, there's the Lil Berete interview that's available, or that's sitting there right now for the members. Lush One, Double O, Booggz. We out here, man. Stacked. And I'm about to do some more interviews just now. So we're going to be stacking up that member section and then just dropping those interviews one by one. Was eventually dropped to weapons possession. After his first bid, he realized that a lot 2010s. However, things were no different over there on the West End, which brings us to the Vaughn and Oakwood General Heartless G. Around that
become a member, yo.
From 2007
get this
to
early.
2010, Heartless G was ringing bells on the West End of town for music and a few more notorious activities. For the most part, Heartless grew up as a pretty quiet kid in the Vaughn and Oakwood areas, as well as in the Durham region in the East End due to his family situation. By the time he was in his late teens, he was getting into music and the Blood and Crip sets that were starting to infiltrate the Toronto streets. He earned his name Ginger the Bread Man for his constant wearing of red. He started catching charges when he was young
out here
and caught a big one at 18 for an attempted that was eventually dropped to weapons possession. After his first bid, he realized that a lot of people that he thought had his back didn't, and he grew heartless, spawning the name.
That's what, you know?
Yeah. How you come up with the name Ginger G?
Ginger G. So back then they were, you know what I'm saying, they were calling me Ginger the Bread Man.
Sick.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Ginger the Bread Man. I don't want to, I was doing back then 14, 15, 16 to get a little bit of money. I was making a little bit of money.
All right, so that's, I'll go a little bit further in. I covered a few different artists in this right here. All right, I guess I can let the cat out the bag. I'm doing a Toronto rappers in jail, life behind bars. So these are all lifers, different people who were shaking up the scene at some point in time, or, had potential to be a big rapper, and they ended up catching a life sentence. You know what I'm saying? So for the people who know what a life sentence is, that's for an M. Very serious stuff right here. A few different people I covered in this. I didn't go super in-depth into the people, that have already had full documentaries on them.
When an assailant tried to break into his home,
right, like this
in
guy.
the home invasion, he was in the face.
Our buddy right there.
Songs Noble made after the death of his brother, which prosecuted.
So look out for that. I'm not even going to play too much of that. I just finished cooking that up. What I will show you a little clip of. And once again, become a member. Full Lil Berete interview on the way. I'll just put it to anywhere in the interview.
In the trenches and signing my deal when I was 16 and shit. That shit was all like a miracle. Like, you feel me?
But before that, right? And let me see, B3, let me get a lighter from you. This one is dying out over here.
Which one's the water? This one?
Thank you for that, brother. Before that, right? There's something
big
I was reading.
B3, big salute to Utopia Studios, Utopia Records.
That you got sent away to Guinea at 8 years old. Big salute to the sponsors, Diamond Club, with delivery all over the GTA and now all across Canada. They got the best selection of flour.
Actually, I'm gonna just leave it.
And pens.
There's
and
the ad
all
right
types of
there.
Goodies that you need. You can find them on their Instagram page, Diamond Club_Canada, or you can find them on the 7 Days of Weed app as well as the Leafy Things app. Let them know that you heard about them through the We Love Hip Hop Network, and they may give you a discount. Big salute to Diamond Club. Yeah.
There you go. Big salute to Diamond Club right there. You know what I'm saying? That's the sponsor. You know, I mean, that's what you see right behind me. Let's continue.
Oh, yeah.
See, well, you were a bad breed.
Nah, I was a fucked up little nigga, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was fucked up, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. What was that experience like? Like, you're here in Canada, you're running around Regent streets.
There's a documentary. You guys go watch the documentary. Just search up Lil Berete documentary on YouTube. You'll see
Berete
it,
got some music.
Mm-hmm.
Lil Berete got some music coming just now.
Back to where you're saying, what do you say?
Like you're sent away at 8 years old to Guinea?
Yeah, I was sent away at 8 years old, but I went there for 4 years. I came back when I was like 12.
What was that experience like being over there? Like you're home, but it's a whole different country, fam.
Africa is crazy. Let's start there, bro.
You know where I should go to? Let me. I didn't timestamp this yet, so
real trend.
Let's go right here.
What I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about what I'm gonna do in front of you guys now. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. I just want to make sure to get that history, because when I look around on the internet, there are some interviews of you, but I feel like it's my job to get that proper history lesson of any artist that I interview, so that moving forward, people are like, oh, this is why I like that guy. You know what I'm saying? His story is sick. So
just getting off of the label stuff, right?
Mm.
How did you get off of the label?
Yeah, man, yo.
I'm on the Reddit streets right now, gang.
I owe an apology to my old label. You know what I'm saying? Because
get that lighter from me.
It wasn't like they told me, yo, your contract's almost over. I was on some shit like, yo, I'm that nigga, like, yo.
Yeah.
Like, bare people are knocking at the door and like, you know how it goes, the battling war and all that.
So, bidding war and shit. Yeah.
Bidding war. So I hurried up on my process basically. Instead of enjoying the process of being signed and experiencing certain shit, I rushed it and I did what I did with them.
Yeah.
Still, they made me a legend. You know what I'm saying? Shout out XL Recordings.
Yeah, salute.
New Gen. Shout out what's her name? Caroline. You feel me?
Javon Stevens, what up?
Caroline's a real one. You feel me?
Entertainment, what up?
Yeah, the owner, XL, all those guys, they gave me a chance when I was 16, and that's why I love them. You know what I'm saying? So now that I'm grown, I can finally like
Road to success. What up? Said Big needs to sponsor the channel. Facts.
Sit back like, wow, these guys like what a hell of a life.
Stay running out of lighters. Yeah.
So yeah.
No, it's an experience.
But
fam.
yeah,
okay,
after
so
that,
I'm gonna stop right there. Okay. Lil Berete interview on the way. And just for y'all, it's Lil Berete or Lil Berete. Okay, it's actually a French name for the people who didn't know, but we'll get into that when y'all get to see the full interview. You know what I'm saying? That's in the tuck right now. Become a member if y'all want to see that right now. Before I get into this, I want to give another salute to the sponsors here. Big salute to Steam and Hot Grabber. I give a salute to Diamond Club. Do remember also for Diamond Club, if you want to get a discount on anything, hit them on their use the discount code We Love Hip Hop and get a discount on anything on the menu. Also, Steamin' Hot Grabber. If you need that grabber, hit them up on their Instagram page, Steamin' Hot Grabber. They'll deliver that grabber over to you, all different types of flavors and different things like that. All right. You could also use the code We Love Hip Hop for a discount. You heard me? One last thing. This right here, power. Okay. Big salute to Exotic Hot Pot. Okay. They got some super dope packaging. I actually got a cap on courtesy of Exotic Hot Pot right now. So big salute for the merch. I'm going to be giving away a t-shirt. All right. I'll think about what the conditions of the giveaway will be for this t-shirt right here, courtesy of Exotic Hot Pot. It'll come to me while we're doing the live. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll do an episode, a guest-based one. I don't know. I'll think of something. And if I don't think about it today during the live, then we'll figure it out. But we got some topics to get to. Like I said, there's a lot of different things I want to get into. The main thing right now that's been going on, that's been on my radar, is the Adam22 and Akademiks beef. It's been kind of weird because I'm wondering if some of the stuff that Akademiks is angry at Ak for, Akademiks is angry at Ak. Akademiks is angry at Adam22 for, might be some of the same stuff that he can get angry at us for, because we've been commenting on his whole relationship or lack of, or I don't even know what to call it. I think at this point in time, he's not with the girl, Shay Glizzy, aka Cheyenne. But from the last time that we checked in on Akademiks, she was filming him, making him look crazy in the crib. So what I will do is, let me see if I'll go to Akademiks first. Let's go to Akademiks first. Let's do that first. Akademiks. Let me go on YouTube here and find something from the Academy. Because he recently responded. And for the people who are out of the loop, this girl, Cheyenne, aka Shay Glizzy, has been making Ak's life a living hell. She sent out his dick pics, basically, to Adam22, Whack 100, as well as, what's the next youth there? Troy Ave. All right? She's moving super, super foul right now. Let me see. Wow, what's wrong with Akademiks in the algorithm right now? The Academy. Let's go here. Because I know now he's been using his Academy channel to put his clips up. Oh. Let's go to the King Akademiks page. Okay. This is where we'll find it. This is where we'll find it. He's been moving his stuff around. Here we go. Pod Wars. Akademiks reacts to Joe Budden calling No Jumper the worst podcast. Don't care about that. I want to see his reaction right here.
I've never been a nigga. That's this on last thing I'm gonna say. I've never been a nigga to jump in. Like, I got an op and I'm too pussy to go at him. But as soon as he's getting piled on and he's getting jumped, I run over and I'm like, you bitch! And I try to throw in a kick. That's the definition of pussy. I don't do that, nigga. I'll extend you grace. Like, man, I don't jump niggas. It's cool. I'm gonna catch you on a one-on-one. None of these niggas, all the niggas you hear talking about me, they always felt like that. Too pussy to say nothing. Come on, you a bitch, nigga. Like, you should have been fired off on me. You should have been fired off on me.
Niggas hurt. If the screen's not frozen, gang.
So I'm gonna leave that as that. And if you felt this rant was about you, pussy it was. So the next time I hear you speak about me, I don't want you to hear you speaking about me acting like you're being objective. Just be like, yo, I don't like that nigga.
Let's go further back into the rant.
Hey, please, could y'all not talk about this online? Oh, we all with it. Let me reiterate. Nobody. I'll say names. Your favorite YouTuber can't go mic to mic with me. They can't stand. What are you talking about? Like, let's really stop playing with me.
Talk your shit, Act.
And all y'all, and here's the thing. This is the last thing I'm gonna say before I really get into some shit violating a nigga. If you've been pussyville before and copped a plea to me and say, please, could you not talk about me like this? Please, could you have some boundaries? Please, could you, like, you hurt this person's feelings? Please, if you've ever said that to me, you know you pussy. So you should know, don't throw slick shots unless you just really to get to it.
Right. So Act's kind of upset about the fact that Whack 100 and Adam22 were having a few laughs. Okay. Let's do some research here. Let's run around these YouTube screens and let's see what's going on in the No Jumper channel right here. I'm balling like an athlete, but got no jumper. So on the Adam and Whack show, they were having a discussion, and I guess the discussion about Axe Johnson came up. And also, big salute to Master Moves Rise.
So
providing you this YouTube premium break right here. Let's go to a little bit further in the tape. Let's go to right here.
Drug and rape them.
He fucked them.
Hey, yo, hey, chill.
Just standing there like, what the fuck?
Well, why are you standing there? You wasn't in the sex scene. You should be sitting your punk back. You fucking bullshit me.
I mean, I just seen him in her spot on Instagram Live. I don't know if he's actually back at times 10. Because hopping on a flight to go chill with her after she did all that fuck shit, sending your dick pics to Troy Ave, Whack, and the 22ster?
So this is what I'm saying.
The 22ster?
See, when I see shit like that, it leads to speculation. Do you think Axe scared to leave her because he's comfortable with her being comfortable with him being uncomfortable? If you know what I mean?
I mean, my honest, actual opinion is that...
Break that down again. He said, you're comfortable.
Shit. sending your dick pics to Troy Ave, Whack, and the 22-ster?
So this is what I'm saying. See, when I see shit like that, it leads to speculation. Do you think Axe scared to leave her because he's comfortable with her being comfortable with him being uncomfortable?
Her
If you know what I mean?
comfortable with him being
my
comfortable
honest,
with her
actual
being
opinion
uncomfortable.
Is that I think that she must have
I think I
something
get
on
it.
him. Although
Might
even
be
that,
right.
I feel like for him at a certain point, it's like no matter what you got on me, I'm so sick of dealing with this shit that just go ahead.
Hell no.
Go ahead and expose me.
Especially if it's some compromising shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how bad it could be, but
Because, yo, he been quiet.
it's got to be a ratio. It's
I
gotta
had
be,
no idea.
It's got to be a ratio between blackmail and love. Because I wouldn't be surprised if he's like
You got a little suck up in there.
He's 30% in love with her, and he's 70% being blackmailed.
It's a little
Blackmail.
suck.
Okay, so to me, this is not the most violating conversation. Oh, you know what? Let me get to some parts here.
in there, though. I said, is he back? You fucking bullshit me.
I mean, I just seen him in her spot on Instagram Live. I don't know if he's actually back with her, but I did notice too that like before he went there and was on Instagram Live in her apartment, that she posted up like I could probably find it on my phone, but she posted up on her Instagram basically saying like, I never said that Ack raped that girl, la la la, like kind of cleaning up a bunch of the stuff that she had said during their prior argument. So I'm assuming he kind of like made her do that. Like, hey, if I'm going to keep dating you, you got to like.
Hold on, maybe it's here.
You didn't see my pre-apology?
Yeah.
Because he's comfortable with her being.
Yes, last year it was like that. It was like they're announcing kind of like a bunch of
You're not
awards in a
coming up.
row before it came out, and you went on Clubhouse and you basically told everybody what I said in the voicemail that we played.
No, I didn't.
Well, I didn't watch it,
just
but I
said-
saw the YouTube title that said "Whack 100 says," and then it's the exact quote.
No, I didn't.
Well, they sure
I did not
deduce
say
a lot
it.
from that. Okay.
So they're talking about here the description of said Johnson of Akademiks, okay? Now, not to get too graphic or anything like that, but apparently the picture that was sent was him at his keyboard, like in the stream room with his Johnson out. All right? And this is with all due respect, Act, because I don't know what set you off for you to have a response like that towards Adam22 and I guess indirectly Whack 100. But I feel that we were kind of having the same conversation on the podcast with Dusty Wallace and I.
I did not say it. I just made people anticipate what might have been said. You didn't see my pre-apology?
Yeah, I saw
said a
that
bunch
too,
of shit
yeah.
without saying nothing. I blamed you without saying your name,
That was funny.
right? What's funny is Act is over there. It's kind of quiet.
It's been
Okay. All right. So, like I said, I don't feel that what these guys were saying was the most outlandish, craziest thing. And listen, this all could be for content because if you look back on what we were saying this week and check out the new episode of the podcast, episode 436, if I'm not mistaken. Why I don't be remembering my own damn podcast episodes? Episode 436, yes. Episode 436 out right now. And Dusty and I were having a discussion, and this is part of it here.
The pot.
Let's go.
Why do girls who, let's say this girl is supposed to be his upcoming baby mother,
Yeah.
why would you try to destroy your baby dad's empire when you're going to need the money? If you crush the man's empire and now he can't make no money off of his likeness because you basically defamed his character, made him look crazy because of your anger and he f- this other bitch. So I'm gonna destroy you.
Yeah.
You're destroying the person who has to take care of your kid.
Mm-hmm. And then after, when he can't, you're the waste man.
Now you're a deadbeat.
Now you're a
Fam,
deadbeat.
you destroy D-boys and
hold
shit.
on. Because they never liked you in the first place, nigga.
Yeah,
They
but
never
he
loved
has
you
to
in
help
the
take
first
care of your
place.
kid,
But
fam.
they never loved you in the first place. They don't care. They rather your life be shit because life goes on. So they'll deal with it as long as your life ain't going on now. They'll get better. And they was going into the 20s.
Yeah.
He's doing it now in his 30s. He's late. If you're just watching a late bloomer,
That's why he's caught. That's why he can tell you, yo, I almost got robbed. That's why he can tell you, oh, this happened. I fell asleep.
We love
Man,
hip-hop.
greased the girl that I brought through and da-da-da-da-da. Now they're claiming rape. Those are things that happen to kids in high school.
Much mistakes,
I'm
bro.
telling you.
Yo, and the thing is, the reason it
You're a
irks
late
me
bloomer.
is because I mess with Act heavy, bro.
Now, I feel that the conversation that Dusty and I were having compared to the conversation that Whack 100 and Adam22 were having is pretty tame. It's not like they were like, ha. Well, they were kind of having some jokes at Act's expense as far as his Johnson and stuff, but they weren't violating him. You feel me? They weren't going crazy like, look at this F nigga Whack, look, Akademiks, yo, little shrimp dick nigga, ha 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 ha. Like they weren't going crazy. They weren't talking about him like he was an op, is what I'm basically saying.
You've been pussy. Let's just leave that as it is. If you ever hit my phone, because I ain't hit none of y'all phone, I ain't ever, in time today, if a nigga said I hit his phone like, yo, please don't talk about me. Oh, I'm good for everything. But just always know, the king stays the king, nigga. And I've been king of you bitch ass niggas forever, nigga.
Whoa.
You niggas straight pussy, nigga. Nigga, I'm the reason y'all wife is getting fucked, nigga. That's facts.
Whoa.
So, let's just keep it cute, or we just going, or let's really just start it up. Let's really keep it cute, or we could start it up.
Act be acting like low-key like he really wants to fight.
And man, get a nigga, man, get Boom out of here, man. Like, yo, Boom, I folks, get that nigga out of here, man. It's me, nigga. It's me.
We're gonna get to Lil Boom.
It's me. It's me. Man, get a girlfriend, ex-girlfriend out of here. It's me, nigga. You can't destroy nothing from ancillary shit. You gotta shoot at the target.
Juicy Hamburger, what up?
Shoot the target, nigga. You can't, like, you see me at the party, you don't like me, you kill my mans. You pussy, nigga. Like, yo, what's up, nigga? You ain't shoot at me yet, nigga? Fuck is you doing?
His comparison or his analogy to the streets is cool, but like it's not that serious, bro.
I ain't cop no pleas to none of y'all niggas. I ain't tell y'all niggas. Half of y'all niggas is lying, making up lies. You ain't never be like, hey, please, could y'all not talk about this online? Oh, we all with it. There's a reason why I exposed myself.
Man's hurt.
What you think? Oh, yeah, we got Boom. I cares.
Oh, also to give you also a little bit more context right there, what he's talking about with this whole little Boom debacle that's going down right now with Boom out there touching booties and stuff. No Jumper posted about it. They posted it on their Twitter page or X page, and I think they briefly discussed it on their news show, on their news podcast. And Act was like, "Okay, I see how y'all are. Y'all are trying to take down me and my whole team. Listen, bro." You might have. We'll get to that later. We'll get to that later, okay? But Lil Boom, you ain't gonna escape this, okay? Yeah.
Boom, my nigga. Grand Wizard, my nigga. Chat nigga, my nigga. I got a lot of niggas around. It's cool. Hey, me and their relationship ain't never gonna be determined by online. Ain't never gonna be that. I'm gonna tell y'all now. So y'all can get mad at me all you want. It's okay. But I gotta tell a nigga who think he got some shit or think he doing some shit, my nigga, them niggas ain't talk about y'all. Listen, if you felt slighted by me, nigga, I'm the nigga who talked about your wife, nigga. Nigga, I'm the nigga who talk about your kid, nigga. I'll talk about everything. Don't get at them. Get at the dog. It's right here. Getting a lot of niggas tell me, oh, talk about Boom. The fuck what? Fuck what nigga, Boom pop into my stream when he want to talk some shit. The fuck. Man, stop playing with me.
I need an answer from Boom.
Man.
Stay on topic, Act.
This is the most pathetic shit I've ever seen. Every nigga who you see talk about me is pussy. They all cop pleas to me. I promise you. They all cop pleas. I'm looking around like, yo, this nigga cop the plea already. Bro, you cop the plea. You can't cop pleas and come back. Nigga, you cop please when, nigga, I could have domed you, nigga. I walked you down. When I mean don't pause on that. That's gay. Pause.
Yeah, I know. Hey,
Nigga,
yo.
I could have headshot you. You cop the play. I bet. Nigga, we cool.
Okay, you got to chill on the street analogies, fam. We're talking about making content. We're not talking about like running down on each other in the street, pulling out the AK-47s and all that type of stuff, bro. It's not that serious, bro. Holy.
Shots, nigga. We do straight up sniper shit. So what we talking about?
I fast forwarded and he's still doing gun analogies.
I spared all that shit, so you let me know what's cracking.
Like, are you going to shoot Adam22 or something, bro? Like, what? Go on. Nigga got mad pauses. Yo, the screen's not frozen, gang.
So I'm going to leave that as that. And if you felt this rant was about you, pussy it was. So the next time I hear you speak about me, I don't want you to hear you speaking about me acting like you're being objective. You have a Instagram guy for this? We try to help each other out. We try. Like, one time I was in a situation and somebody said some shit while I was in the presence.
Oh, by the way, gang, like that what I just played, what I just broke down, that was like 8 minutes into a 48-minute rant. Okay?
And I didn't like. But I let it get away. And I didn't say nothing about it. And I acted like I was okay. I capped. I acted like I was okay. And I go home and I feel upset. I'm angry. I'm like, damn, this nigga really played me. I was in my feelings. I wanted to exact revenge and I wanted to go get my get back. And you know what? I had to stop myself and say, yo, that's not that person. You're being the bitch. And let me tell you why I said I'm being a bitch. Because I sat in that nigga face, and when the explanation of why he did what he did, I told him I was okay with it. I told him I was cool. I told him, nah, I forgive you.
And they're talking about the whole Selena Powell thing, and when they were beefing back then about that whole thing like years ago, and Ak went on a 4-hour rant, going crazy, just screaming at Adam22 and house phone. That was epic, bro.
Forgive a nigga in his face, but you still mad, you pussy. So when I said whatever I said about your wife, nigga, you should have said, and that could have, like, man, I ain't trying to get too much into shit. I said shit about shit, nigga. I pulled up niggas like, yo, nigga, we got to just catch a fade real quick. Let's just see what's up. Nigga, you could have said that to me. You ain't say that to me, nigga. You said, okay, I accept. I said, bro, I ain't going to talk about your wife no more. You got it, bro. And I respect you because I want to do content with you. And, like, you give me a lot, like, yeah. Nigga, you acted like we was cool. Now I'm hearing from a bitch. And by the way, this is what you're going to be like, oh, hey.
Watch this now. Pay attention. This is the part that y'all need to pay attention to. Okay, because there's a lot of cross communications that are happening between Adam22, Akademiks, and Che Glizzy. All right. Do we need to pull Che Glizzy's Instagram up on the screen here? Because she busy. All right. She got no post over here. What's her story saying? Oh. There's motion over here. Hold on. From 5 minutes ago. Breaking news. Claudia does not speak for the company or Ak. He said he never told her to say that about Boom and should stop trying to speak for him. Please don't listen to her fake PR statements. She has no say in the company at all, actually. Her only job is to pass out water bottles and order DoorDash for guests. Maybe give BJ's on the couch to guests if it's a long night. Who's Claudia? Ooh. Che Glizzy Unleashed. Is that it? Okay. Something brewing over here. So basically, Adam22 responded to this whole thing, but let me get to this part first.
Nigga, you got my number. You talk to me about everything. Hey, Ak, you have a YouTube guy for this? Hey, Ak, you have a Instagram guy for this? We try to help each other out. We try. Like, bro, like we're in this like really rare place in media. You've acted like you've been cool with shit. All for now, this is what I'm hearing from Cheyenne.
Listen to y'all.
You
Listen to
called
this.
her on some pussy shit earlier. You ain't calling me. You ain't calling me this whole time. Because I'm really wondering, I'm like, yo, Adam ain't playing with me like this. Okay, maybe him and Boom, he ain't playing with me like this. He know I'm the crash out dummy.
So apparently, Adam22 called Cheyenne.
I'm like, oh, with it. So I'm sitting back and I'm like, okay.
It's getting messy, gang.
Then she called me and she said, you know, Adam called me. I said, Adam? Why he call you? Why is Adam calling the bitch? He said, hey, he just wants to let me know the only reason why he's going this hard is because you talked about his wife back in the day and he still feels. I'm like, damn, that's pussy. So you told me you was good with it, nigga. You could have told me, Act, let's catch a head up. Yo, Act, bro, could you please apologize? You could have been a man. That's the problem with me and Adam, nigga. Like, nigga, don't be act like a man, bro. So you harbored female emotions up until now, and now you trying to put it out. But here's the thing. You doing it the bitch way, nigga, because you know what type of nigga I am. You're like, okay, I'm going to get at, I'm going to talk about him still being with this girl. All right.
Okay, so this is why Dusty and I having our conversation about it doesn't, warrant a whole rant. And we're on good terms. Okay, him and Adam22's relationship is obviously different, way different. However, the other people that he's talking about, he's more aiming at Adam, obviously from minute 23 of this rant. So I'm gonna play you what Adam22's response to this is. All right. And this I got stamped. This I got prepared.
He got out before me.
And then he got his
He got out, nigga. I was calling, checking on him. Then the nigga was leaving, like disappearing for a while. I'm sending homies over there, like, and then he was like, "I got you." So the nigga ended up.
So BG is cleared off his charges. That's what we.
Wait.
It's very similar situation.
Very similar situation. I just let you finish your shit just to show that type of shit happens in the hood.
Yeah. All right. Pause. Also, pause on that.
You didn't know me at 22, we get gay sometimes.
Hey, yo.
Okay.
We get gay.
Wait, no.
I'm just playing.
You gotta see.
Yo, Brick, chill.
Crip Mac thing on Channel 5. I'm fully like, for years now, I've been trying to get Crip.
Okay. Guys are having some real gay ass conversations right here.
Dick pictures to a bunch of his associates / friends, right? Me and Wack do a whole podcast. We talk about it for like 40 minutes during the fucking podcast, making some jokes about the dick pictures and the fact that they maybe were not the most flattering pictures you ever seen in your life, right?
Well, Flacco said because he was on soft, you should have let him beat it before he sent
What
it
the
to
fuck
you.
going on?
Flacco said that. I'm saying you just
That's how Flacco
you
peeped
the
it.
gay conversation.
Flacco
This shit,
will do anything to defend Akademiks to the
dick
point
and
where
he-
it is almost pathological. Like
because
he-
Baby Boom's
he
not
ain't
even a
seen it
pedophile.
with the girl?
and he going crazy defending it.
Yeah. So you said that it's not nothing to brag about.
Listen, I don't know what it's like when he's on hard. I don't know what it's
Yo.
like when he's standing with his back arched, whatever. All I know is what I saw in the picture.
Putting it all the way out every inch.
The picture was fucked up. But either way, this is a picture. Who knows? It's like
Photoshop.
some people are growers and not showers. You
That's
never
what
know.
I said.
All right, so they're talking about the pictures, but it's not the pictures, gang. Wait for it.
Yeah, that's what I told Flacco.
At that moment, he was probably growing
Where the liquor found?
because that picture wasn't really showing. But you don't want to fuck with the California roots. I keep
He still got jokes.
That's wine. That's a white ass.
We can send one of the guys in the front to get
I'm fast forwarding through this bad podcasting right here.
Probably 2 hours.
I got
hour and a
Barry
half.
right here. No, I'm saying send them niggas.
Okay.
No disrespect to homie over here, but
Tequila.
Okay.
Adam's cooking and this guy like distracts the whole
because weed
thing.
make me like this.
No, my girl was pressing me for the weed side.
Oh,
She wants weed?
But yeah, not tell cut tequila.
Johnny, can you send that text to the group chat?
That's my boy. I told you we were weed together.
Oh, yeah?
Reposado.
Casa.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah, we were
So-
weed together.
All right, so that happened. And after that happened, and think about what my thought process is on this. which was basically like me and Akademiks have a relationship where, all right, he hit me up when my wife did the scene with the large African-American gentleman, Jason Love.
We love hip
You
hop.
haven't seen it? You didn't hear about this?
I'm not interested.
You're too disconnected from the world around you.
heard about him, his wife?
I know. I heard about
we didn't.
From what I
Nobody
know,
watched it.
just how.
Not the
only know what
reality
I know.
show thing. I'm just talking about her doing the scene with the other guy. It was like
Don't even bother explaining to homie, bro. Just continue your story, man.
6 months ago or something like that. Anyway, Ak hit me up. Everybody's names are too similar. Ak, Whack, Vlad. They all kind of sound like the same name, so I'm always fucking it up. Either way, Ak hits me up. He asked me, basically, like, he goes, "Yo, it's your wife?" And we've had back and forths, you know, in the past where we had beefs, where we kind of, my girl's name got brought involved or whatever. So it's like, it's kind of a soft subject. But he basically made it clear to me, I won't joke around about that shit because it's your wife. And I told him, no, you gotta make content about it, because the whole point of us fucking doing this shit in the first place is to go viral, right? So I'm like, I'm not gonna tell one of the biggest content creators in the space to not talk about some situation that is fucking viral as fuck, right? So then he
And this is from the most recent one, right? So we know about all that.
Play by play. Done. He said.
Oh yeah, she does. She stole $500,000. She does all type of crazy.
I mean, he said he said the cops have been to his crib like 20 times.
But why do you keep this bitch in your house?
Because you a game at that point.
I mean, the way he's talking about, I'll get to that. But so
he love her. My bad.
She tells me she wants to talk on the phone. The urgency that she hit me in the DMs made me feel like, oh shit, like this sounds like a big deal. I gotta figure out what the fuck he's talking about. So I called.
So she DM'd him. She DM'd Adam22. Like, we need to talk. This is urgent.
First time I ever spoke to her. And immediately I get a vibe that I think would probably be pretty similar to what you would feel like if the Joker was real.
Oh.
Like, I felt like I'm really kind of talking to someone who is capable of evil.
Conniving.
Yes, like one of history's great evil dictators. Like this, she might be comparable to like a Hitler or a Joseph Stalin or something like that. That was just the energy that I was getting from this brief communication with her. And she's doing this thing that I would compare to like when you go on a podcast and you're talking to somebody who's not really like a
Pay attention, gang.
communicator, like a person who actually wants to know what you think. Because she's asking me, like, she was basically telling me, like, why did you and Wack have that conversation about those pictures? She's trying to tell me that the pictures are not a big deal. Those pictures have already been posted other places. I'm thinking in my head, like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about?
She acting like you bringing it up.
Yeah,
like,
she's acting like it's my fault for talking about it and not her fault for fucking sending it in the first place. And I'm thinking, like, this is crazy. Like, how the fuck are you trying to Batman this situation, trying to come in here
That's what bitches do.
make shit cool, whatever. Like because as far as I was concerned, shit was cool. It was just
Yeah.
jokes, whatever. But she's on the phone with me acting like he's super mad about it, and she's kind of advocating for me to hit him up, to talk about
Make it cool.
to make it water under the bridge, whatever. And so I'm telling her, I go, listen, my perspective is that he's done content where he had laughs, he had jokes about situations in my private life, and he made content about it. And my perspective is that me getting this unrequited.
Right there is where you went too far. You shouldn't have been explaining nothing to that girl, bro.
Requested dick pic is basically the same thing, where I'll make content about it. But if it's something more serious, you know, like he had her say some shit about the cops going to his house, door getting kicked in, all this crazy shit. We didn't make content about that. You and Sharp, I think, might have discussed it a little bit on the pod or whatever. But I'm not joking around about that shit, because that shit sounds super serious. When it comes to something like the dick pic, I'm feeling like this is something we can have a funny conversation about on the podcast. So
he didn't think that it was no problem. You know what I'm saying? Lo and behold, the rant is about the phone call.
Hears that and then is repeating it back to me, but reshaping what I'm saying.
This is cold
to be what she wants me to be saying. So she's saying, oh, so you're still hung up on the fact that he talked about Lena in the past, and you're gonna say anything to piss him off?
She playing games.
And I'm like,
what?
I'm like, that's not what I said.
Fuck?
I'm saying that I feel like a standard had been established for how me and him are going to communicate.
We own that now.
Which is that if it's some shit that's
a demon, gang.
funny.
You guys
we'll
can
make
talk about
funny
each
content
other's
about
dicks.
it. If it's some shit that's life or death or like a serious criminal situation, the same way if I had some big accusation dropped
You should have
tomorrow.
told that bitch to beat it.
So the conversation lasts like 5 minutes, but I'm kind of like getting the vibe from speaking to her. I'm like, oh, this
Did he
bitch
get
is
involved
really
with that
fucked
other
up.
conversation about when they were trying to put your name in all the slander with?
So what happened was Madam Che Glizzy here had a conversation with Adam22. And from what Adam's account is, he's saying he was telling her like, yo, man, you know, me and Ak had an agreement and we don't cross the lines on certain things and it's fair game. She took this from this is what Adam said and spun it around and said, oh, so you'll do anything and say anything to bring Ak and his people down because of what he said about your wife back in the days? That's some nasty work right there. Damn. Now, at the same time, none of us over here in the chat over here have been there to hear any of these conversations to know if any of this is the exact word for words of these conversations. But these two men now are at odds. And strangely enough, there's a woman in the middle. In the middle. Now, what if it's true what Adam22 is saying? There's a lot of names. Axe, Adams. Yeah. But if what Adam is saying is true, and she's crossing the lines of communication over here, bruh, you might have to go and start looking at some of these different YouTube videos that are popping up about, you know, I'm sure you're watching them, but there's a bunch of different YouTube videos talking about this relationship, including this one that I'm going to be clipping today. So you might have to look at some of these videos and say, you know what? Some of these niggas might be right. This might be a bad look. Yo, wait a minute. I just noticed something quick fast here. Look at this. Holy smokes. 1 second. Let me get rid of this. Why can't I get rid of this? 1 second. Look at this, gang. 30,700 followers. I feel like the last time when I first went to go check this page out, it was saying something like 1,900 or something like that. Maybe tops 3,000. 30,000. Holy smokes. And this is not even big numbers, but you're moving on up, shorty. Holy shit. And you don't even got no post up. People are just waiting for the stories. That's crazy. Yo, Ak, you're clouting shorty up, bro. God damn. Listen, we don't have to go over the whole, does she have something over him? Listen, man, there's too many think pieces who have said the same thing about this, bro. At this point, I don't know what to say about this. This is just a weird situation. But for the fact that he's going so hard at Adam, based on that phone call and stuff like that, maybe these guys need to get on the phone. That's what it is. They need to get on the phone themselves. You know, just one of the reasons why Akademiks was mad in his rant saying, why didn't you get on the phone with me? Maybe that actually needs to happen. These two need to get on the phone, have a conversation, really figure out what was going on, who said what. Because, you know, like Adam and Akademiks sentiments are, they're both better off if they're friends. Like, yes, having friendly banter here and there, you know, covering different things that are going on with each other, different viral moments, whether they're good or bad. Yes, do it so that, you know, each other's names get kept into the whole
social media zeitgeist. You know what I'm saying? But as far as them being mortal enemies and not working together and not popping up on each other's platforms and stuff like that, I don't know. I would rather see them working together. Okay? They're both public enemy number one. So, you know, Akademiks is the Shade Room's most hated, where Adam22 is just, I don't know. He's most hated by a mixed bag of people, let's say. You know what I'm saying? People will jump in my comments anytime I post about Adam22 and say some of the wildest things. And same thing with Ak. So with both of you guys being such polarizing figures, you're better off working together in the end of the day. All right? But just to give you guys a breakdown on what's going on right there and why there's been such a heated back and forth, that one phone call right there could, you know, crash a whole empire, bro. But continuing on Akademiks, because I told y'all I wasn't gonna let this little Boom shit slide. Sorry, Boom. I'm not even gonna act like I don't mess with you, fam. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mess with the chat niggas heavy. Been in a couple of those discords with Boom. However, broski, this is not good. And this is one of the things that Ak was talking about as far as don't worry about Boom. Boom can pull up anytime he wants. He can get it popping. He can get on the chat anytime he wants. You know, chat niggas to the end. There's nothing bigger than chat. Whatever he said, you know, whatever rants that happens when Akademiks is ranting, he was talking about this.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on Adam22, exposing the first rapper of 2024. Less than 2 weeks into the new year, and Adam22 is starting off with a boom, literally. Adam would share a Facebook post to his Instagram story by the Ocala Police Department. The post would read, "Update. Thanks to our Facebook followers, this person was identified. His name is Shannon Jawan Adams, 23. He also goes by Lil Boom." Originally, the post read, "Can you identify? We need your help identifying this person of interest. He was seen walking around inside the Walmart located on Easy Street. Inside Walmart, he inappropriately touched the backside of multiple people, including children." Adam would savagely at Lil Boom, asking how is this real while laughing his ass off. The next day, a post to No Jumper's Instagram would get Lil Boom's attention after not only posting close-up surveillance pictures, but Facebook comments left on the police department's page of a woman claiming her and her daughter were also followed around the same store.
God damn, Boom.
Lil Boom would comment, "This is so cap."
Oh, and you listen, big salute to 1090 Jake. I forgot to say that off the top, okay? End of sentence. Go check out the video on end of sentence to see it without me reacting. Yeah. And Akademiks had 1090 Jake on his podcast before. And he kept on saying, "You're the stamp." He called him the stamp. Okay? Meaning, if 1090 Jake does a story on you, you're stamped. All right. What's the view count on this right now? What's the views, Crow? 199,000 views. Holy. It's a creeper.
If this was true, I'd be on a fucking registry. But as we all remember, Designer got caught choking the chicken on a plane, and part of his plea is he wouldn't have to register. Now, Lil Boom was arrested only 3 days after the Facebook post was made, and his arrest report would reveal some disturbing details. On September 19th, 2021, the Ocala Police Department responded to a Walmart after reports of a battery. Arriving at the scene, officers made contact with a father who advised his daughters were inappropriately touched.
What?
The 10 and 17-year-old girls advised they were in the produce section with the rest of their family nearby. That's when a male, later identified as Shannon or Lil Boom, approached and touched the 10-year-old's butt with a grabbing motion. He then continued to the 17-year-old and did
and that's on the screen. That's
the same before walking away. The officer made contact
Paperwork
with
gang.
a male witness who advised while shopping in the produce section, he observed Lil Boom touch a young female on the butt. Contact was made with loss prevention, who allowed the officer to review the surveillance video. A red Chevy could be seen entering the Walmart parking lot.
surveillance video, bro. Bro, I'm trying to finish my ice cream, fam.
Boom would enter the Walmart before making his way to the produce section, and at this time the two underage females were in the same section selecting items. Boom can be seen approaching the 10-year-old from behind and touching her butt, to which she jumped away from him. The two girls would walk towards their mother as the suspect proceeds closer to them.
Boom. Say it ain't so, bro. Please, fam.
That's when he approached the 17-year-old, touching her butt. 6 minutes later, Boom could be observed on camera approaching a third female, where he attempts to touch her butt, but she doesn't react. The female then takes a few steps and he attempts to touch her again, but this time she turned around and stared at him. Ocala police were unable to identify.
This is what they're talking about from the surveillance tape, bro? Holy.
Or contact this victim. 13 minutes since the first cheek was batted, Boom can be seen on video walking
I see what you did right there, Jake.
into the cosmetic department. A young Hispanic female was standing, looking at something on display, when Boom walks up behind her and brushes up very close from behind. He'd walk back to her several times without her noticing when she bent down to look at something. Boom would pull out his cell phone and appear to be taking pictures from underneath the female.
Oh, man. Bruh.
As she crouched down. He'd do this for several moments until an older Hispanic woman moved a cot behind the younger female, preventing him from taking any more pictures. According to the arrest report, it states it should be noted the female was wearing jeans and therefore doesn't meet the requirements of video voyeurism. For those unfamiliar with the term, it's under Florida Statute 810.145. A person commits video voyeurism when, for their own amusement, entertainment, sexual arousal, gratification, profit, or for the purpose of degrading another person, intentionally installs a camera to secretly view or record a person without their consent who is dressing, undressing, or privately exposed. In simpler terms, it's when a weird motherfucker tries recording naked people. Had the woman in the grocery store been wearing a skirt, Lil Boom would have been hit with another charge. What's even weirder is after the older woman intervened, Lil Boom still stayed by the woman with his phone out for several minutes before leaving the store. Clear photos would be taken from the surveillance video showing Boom was wearing pajama pants at the time. And 2 days
Bruh. Oh, what a blood clot. You can. Oh. Yo, Act, come get your mans, bro.
Boom was wearing pajama pants at the time. And 2 days after being posted to the Ocala Police Department's Facebook, a female would contact officers stating she recognized Boom from a party 2 years prior and identified him as Lil Boom. But when searching for his social media, it would turn out he deactivated his accounts. Officers were able to find matches.
Let me find this nigga right now before we even continue. Sorry, Jake. Let's see if we got what we got here. 365 Thou Wow, eh? January 8th, another year around the planet. So it was just a nigga birthday, huh? This is just recently. He's chilling. This is from, oh, these are pinned. Oh, he doesn't post a lot. He deletes a lot of posts. Sorry, gang. I had to do a quick sidetrack. I need to see what's going on with this nigga right now. Okay. See this, gang? Stop taking the social media shit so serious. Look, and this is a duck emoji and a car. Look, the duck's bigger than the car. None of this shit real. Found it. Instagram stories, bro. They'll always tell the tale. Is there music in there? No sound. Let's leave that up. Let's continue.
Matching photos of Boom on Facebook, but that wouldn't be all. Officers would make contact with Darian Hester, who advised Lil Boom was an associate of his, but refused to provide additional information over the phone. Instead, Darian agreed to meet officers at his residence. Officers would arrive, making contact with Darian, who was uncooperative and refused to provide any information, even though he agreed to meet officers at his address. But come to find out, this was also the home of Lil Boom. Boom's mother, who is the registered owner of the red Chevy seen on surveillance video at the Walmart, advised she is Boom's mother and acknowledged she took it to Walmart. She also confirmed
Oh, snap. They found the red Chevy on the surveillance tape that was at the mom Booggz' crib too. Oh, damn, that's crazy.
His nickname is Lil Boom. Officers would call Boom, who identified himself as Shannon. When asked, Shannon advised he was just shopping around and didn't touch anyone. Because Shannon was identified on surveillance video and admitted to being there the day of the incident, officers found probable cause to charge him with 2 counts of battery. 23-year-old.
This nigga said he was at the Walmart just shopping around, bro. Fam. Okay, here's the thing. Boom's in his 20s, in his young 20s. So he doesn't know a time when there was no cameras. This is what I don't understand. Okay? Like, I'm not to say that like old heads like myself and all that, you know, and older, you know, should know better or whatever, or shouldn't know any better. But a nigga like him who's this young should already in his mind know that there's surveillance everywhere he goes. He's never known a time when there wasn't surveillance everywhere. You feel me? I can identify with a time when there wasn't cameras on every single corner, in every single store. But you know that there's cameras everywhere. My nigga.
Shannon Adams, or Lil Boom, would be taken into custody just 4 days after the incident took place. Now, Boom would make bond and retain Miss Alexa Rimmer to represent him. It just so happens Miss Rimmer went viral on...
Wow, what a name for a lawyer for somebody in a case, in a skin beef case, eh? Wow, wagga, wagga, wagga.
On TikTok, where she describes herself as a public defender lady who lives in Orlando. She'd make a video for all of her girls, gays, and theys, spreading awareness on store facial recognition.
What's up, y'all? This message is for all my girls, gays, and theys that like to use the 5-finger discount. I am not endorsing or condoning any criminal behavior, but I am just here to tell you that some of these stores have facial recognition technology.
Her video has over 1.8 million views, and just so happens to be the same way Lil Boom was identified to police. Looking back at his arrest report, officers utilized the Faces program to identify photos of Lil Boom to the surveillance photos taken at the Walmart.
The Faces program? What's that? Ooh, these guys got some super new toys, eh?
With his lawyer ready,
I need to
Boom
know
would
what
get
that
himself
is.
a sweet deal and plead no contest in court, meaning he doesn't admit he did anything, but doesn't dispute the facts of the case. He'd be convicted on 2 counts of misdemeanor battery, which is defined as touching or striking someone against their will.
Oh, man.
As part of his plea, he'd be given 12 months of probation, fines, and 40 hours of community service. But he'd also have to sign off agreeing he will have no unsupervised contact with minors under 18, have no contact with the 2 victims in his case, and he'd be required to undergo a psychosexual evaluation.
Oh, what? Hold on, there's too many things that I'm trying to like process at the same time here, broski. I'm there trying to figure out what face software is or facial composite software, and now you got me trying to figure out what a psychosexual evaluation. Jesus Murphy.
In February of 2023, an affidavit for violation of probation would be filed, stating Boom failed to pay multiple fines, still owed 26 hours of community service, and failed to provide proof he completed his psychosexual evaluation. Boom would take to YouTube in a live...
So he didn't even finish up the things, bro? Yo, fam. What... Wait, but you said it's not real. Listen, fam, I know once upon a time that the homie said the stamp. He said you the stamp. And okay, one thing at a time. Face software, facial composite software, Faces 4.0. Ooh. You can get some of this. Thousands of police agencies worldwide, including the CIA, FBI, and U.S. military, use Faces to break through facial composite software. Endorsed by crime-fighting agencies and supported by police as proven effective tools, various versions of Faces have been used successfully for more than 12 years to identify, track, and apprehend criminal suspects. Holy... That's what they used on the home. Oh, that's what they used on them niggas that day too. Over here with the whole streamers there in over here in Toronto. These niggas are on the case. How much does this cost? $138. That's it? It's not a monthly? Gang, you can get Faces for $138. That's probably USD. Interesting. Let me keep my brain on track right here. Academic. My bad. Akademiks. What is going on here? 1 second. 1090 Jake. See, Axe been posting his whole interviews here back on his YouTube channel now, on his main channel.
Damn. But they shit. But everybody had a license though.
Okay, he just got sentenced. He's a celebrity though.
There's not many, but they're straight killers. Fuck no, there's no thermostat.
If you get colder in that world, and it's so different. And I'm watching how they're acting, how, you know, sometimes how petty they are, how fights and how violence is happening. And it's like, shit's crazy.
Well, that's why people hold
on. I'm trying to find something.
I like being the villain, man.
Right here.
No one asked me this back when I was doing the war in Chirac because they barely knew my face.
Yeah.
Like I had like 3 pictures up. I didn't do videos like talking on camera. And yeah, like I would just read these comments like, yo, people want to kill him. They got bags on his head.
I got it. It's I don't know. It's like it isn't intentional. It's not necessarily what I want it to be, but I'm not shying away from it at the same time. So it's like, it is what it is.
I especially like what you're doing. And I like where content is. Like, you know, I'm one of those guys where, you know, I feel, you know, I think I've told people this. I feel like I completely get my flowers from everybody. Everybody gives my flowers like, yo, Ak, we used to watch you. That's all I need. Like, I don't need people to suck my dick. Pause.
Hey, yo.
So when I see new people on the scene, I'm rooting for y'all. Yeah. I'm never be like, yo, man, I hope y'all don't say this nigga too nice now, because I just, no, go my nigga, like this is what's up.
Nah, but you did diss me on the very first video.
Did I diss you?
What? You didn't know?
Or want to kill you.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking about it. I was like, I'm pretty sure some of these street niggas is like, yo, if we get this motherfucker out of the way.
Well, I don't think it's. I think it's too far past for that, because now it's opened the door to where mad people are doing what I'm doing. So it's like shit's gonna get out either way. Now it's just when I react to it is when the official stamp comes.
The stamp.
Even now, me being out the way isn't gonna stop the shit.
I remember telling people that years ago. They used to say when they thought hip hop coverage was changing, they're like, well, why?
He's the stamp. Okay? If 1090 Jake is covering it, that means there's a big percentage of that it might be true. You know what I mean? There's a 99% chance that it's true.
It's since been deleted, where roughly 70 viewers listened as he denied.
And because he goes and gets his paperwork. This is in Florida as well. So Florida's Sunshine State. So he's able to go and all that paperwork's public. He can go get it for free, apparently he was mentioning. He gets to it.
It's come with the fame, bro. You should know this, white boy.
Okay, so
no, I absolutely.
So he responded to 1090 Jake, all right? And let me see here.
And essentially lead them to Boom's doorstep.
And also, I fast forwarded a big chunk right here. The guy who gave the police the tip to lead the police over to Lil Boom's doorstep, to Lil Boom's mom's house, was actually his brother. Okay? Just for some context. That's his blood brother said, yo, he's over here. He's in the house. He's upstairs playing PS5 right now. He's on stream.
I decided to reach out to Darian, aka Justo Dolo. I'd ask if he knew his brother was going viral over the Walmart case, where it said he grabbed 2 minor asses, a third female, and was taking pics of a 4th female bent over in the store. I told him I got the paperwork, and it said he gave the police their home address. While Boom is claiming nobody in his family cared because he didn't do anything, and I saw his brother was claiming Rollin' 60's crib, I wanted to ask his opinion on the situation before I dropped the video. Justo would say, I didn't anything and he didn't do it. It's come with the fame, bro. You should know this, white boy.
So now when 1090 Jake confronts him to get some commentary for his video, he's like, I ain't tell you, I ain't say nothing.
I absolutely love this response because now I'm just gonna pick Justo apart. I'd send him the paperwork clearly stating he agreed to meet at his home, and I asked him, that's you, ain't it?
Oh,
I'd
no.
also send him page 2 of his brother's plea agreement.
That's you? That's you right there? Wow.
Saying, and that's him signing off saying he can't have unsupervised contact with minors, right? The fuck type of crip you is? Justo would respond with, come find out what kind crip I am. And before we continue with anything else,
let's start there.
Okay, let's stop there. What we gonna do about Boom right here? How are we gonna do this? Now, I'm not gonna be biased because Boom is one of the down with the chat niggas and Akademiks and all that. You know what I'm saying? And the relationship that we're not trying to tear with Akademiks, but fair is fair. All right. No matter who it is, and Akademiks knows this as well because he's a media person. So if somebody pops up in the media, and I understand relationships and different things like that, but like when it comes to certain cases, bruh, it's hard to be like, yo, well, relationships, da 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 da. What about Diddy? Okay, everybody was going hard body at Diddy, or sorry, not going hard body at Diddy. Let me rephrase that. The certain people were not going crazy and saying their true thoughts about Diddy. Akademiks actually opened up the floodgates where it made people feel more comfortable, like Joe Budden and a few other people, to start talking more about Diddy, start realizing as the pendulum started, swinging in the wrong direction for Diddy, that they can be more free to talk about it and just realize, you know what, it's a wrap for him. Matter of fact, I heard Joe Budden say on his podcast earlier, Diddy should just chill to 2030. But when it comes to something like that, Ak was going at Diddy for days. Like, I'm talking about 2 weeks straight. Every single thumbnail going mud, talking to all kind of freak offs, all kind of jokes, digging deep into the investigation, pulling up every interview from Cam Capone and everybody else who spoke about Diddy. You gotta keep the same energy, my guy. I understand protecting relationships, but you were going at different content creators telling them like, bruh, oh, why you protecting Diddy now? Okay, so the same goes with Boom. I know that's your mans in them. But bruh, I don't know if it's already happened. You might have to have a conversation with homie. And Boom, this whole thing here that people do, especially young people on the internet like to do, where they're like, and I've seen this happen in Toronto a lot of times, when the shit gets thick and everybody's on your head top calling you all kind of this and all that kind of that, niggas like to get online and be like, niggas love to listen to the cap. That's what's wrong with y'all niggas. Y'all niggas love, sipping on that cap juice. It's y'all. Right? Rather than hitting the situation head on, pause, right? Because, if you have something like that on your jacket, and you really have that on your jacket, it's not a matter of, okay, I'm sorry, you need to go get help. So maybe lead with that. I apologize. I'm going to go get the help that I need, because obviously if this is what I'm doing, this is not just a clout thing. It's sick. Okay? There's one thing with the Johnny Somalis, and, I'm not trying to compare you to Johnny Somali because you look Somalian, you know what I'm saying? But like, the Neons of the world and all these different IRL streamers that are out there doing crazy things. But when you start getting into territories where you're like touching booties and stuff like that, especially when you get under that age line, bro, it's not a clout thing, fam. It's not I need to get more views for my stream, whether it's Twitch or whatever you're doing. That's a sickness, fam. It needs to be addressed. So lead there. Be like, you know what? I'm sorry. And listen, maybe hit me up behind the scenes. I'm very good at with the words. I'll hit you up with a nice little statement that you can go do a PR statement, and just I'll take this out of the live and pretend I didn't do it for you, okay? But real shit. I apologize for the different things that I've been doing lately, and I'm sick. I'm going to go get the help that I need. I apologize to all of the people who have been affected by this. Anything that I can do to make you whole, I'm going to make my life mission to do. All those different catchphrases, all those different buzzwords that you need to do to put into a thing, like, we'll work it out, fam. You know what I'm saying? Because this right here, and then really do it. Not say it and then just go back to streaming and, potentially grabbing more asses. Then really go get the help you need, fam. Because this is sick, fam. Okay? And I'm not going to go over like, yo, Ak, fix your friends. Like, I think you already know that, fam. There's one thing to have niggas stealing from you, but when niggas is out there, claiming your gang, the chat niggas, and they're out there grabbing asses, you might have to have a meeting, my guy. Just saying. Moving along. Because I seen a topic that I really want to get to here. Salute to Mos Def, aka Yassin Bey. One of my favorite rappers, actually. He's one of my favorite rappers who has, I would say, a short catalog, even though he's continued to put out music after he changed his name from Mos Def. He did an interview recently on the Cutting Room Floor podcast. And the young lady who was doing the interview, she asked him some questions about hip hop and Drake, our guy. Okay. And he kind of danced around. Let me play what he said. All right.
Pop.
1 second. Let's bring it back.
Why are you doing this?
Let's rewind.
Like hip hop. Why are you doing this to me?
Drake is pop to me, in the sense like if I was in Target in Houston and I heard a Drake song, it feels like a lot of his music is compatible with shopping.
I'm gonna start a poll.
Commercial music.
Or it's
Commercial music,
shopping with an edge in certain instances.
Fair. I like Drake's music, but I understand exactly what you're saying.
Of course, I mean,
It's
I get
commercial, entertaining, fun, good,
it's
formulaic music.
It's likable.
Likable music, yeah.
It's likable.
Peace loves.
But is it?
OVO lawyer fulfilling his daily quota.
I'm gonna leave you alone. We're gonna move on.
You know what? Let me try to see if I could find this from the full interview. Let's find the full interview. Because he says more. Let's go to the cutting room floor. Yassin Bey on Drake. 2 minutes and change. Let's play there.
Like, is Drake hip hop?
Big salute to Master Moves Rise. Hit them up on their Instagram page, master.moves.rise. This YouTube premium is brought to you by Master Moves Rise.
I know.
Drake
Because
is
we're here
pop.
for truth. We're here for
Drake
truth.
Drake is pop to me.
Right, that's fair. In the sense that it's charting like pop music, popular music.
Long
In the sense,
pauses,
like,
bro.
If I was in Target in Houston and I heard a Drake song.
Just to
So
give you
it
guys some
feels
full
like
context.
A lot of his music is compatible with shopping.
Commercial music.
Or it's
Commercial music, yeah.
shopping with an edge in certain instances. Or
Fair. I like Drake's music, but I understand exactly what you're saying.
of course, I mean,
It's
I get
commercial, entertaining, fun, good,
it's
formulaic music. That is
it's likable.
likable music. Yeah.
It's likable.
He continues.
But is it? I'm gonna leave you alone. We're gonna move.
Yo, what's so funny, fam?
We're gonna move on.
So many products. So
many SKUs.
So many SKUs. Look at all these SKUs. Oh, so many products.
So much merchandising. So many barcodes.
I love this mall.
Nigga got jokes.
Look at this place. I mean, look at this place. They have everything. Everything's here. They have everything here. Ah, this is great. This is a new Drake. You hear it? It's great. Okay. What happens when this thing collapses?
He continues.
This is the thing that we're talking about. It's like nobody wants to talk about. It's like what happens when the columns start buckling? Are we not in some early stage of that at this present hour? Are we seeing like the collapse of the empire?
We love hip hop.
Buying and selling. Where's the message that I can use?
Right.
You know, what's in it for your audience apart from being like banging the pom-poms?
Salute the cutting room floor. So that's what Yassin Bey had to say about Drake. I know a lot of people took the clickbait and ran with that.
And that's why we here, you know what I'm saying, to watch the whole context. And, you know, go check out the full interview on their YouTube channel right now. However, he wasn't just saying Drake is not hip hop, even though he did say that as well. He was saying more like he's friendly, he's safe, he's not taking chances. And in a world where things are getting really, really serious and we need bigger voices and, you know, we're going to be dealing with a revolution. And he's been preaching about this revolution since 1999 when his first album, Black on Both Sides, dropped. Okay. I'm a Most fan. All right. I even got the album that didn't have an album cover. He did that before Kanye. Okay. But at the same time, he's not wrong about Drake not pushing any messages through his music. Okay? Music is not here. And as far as Drake being hip hop or not, in my opinion, yes, Drake is hip hop. Is Drake deep hip hop like Kendrick Lamar? No. Okay? I don't think he knows this. He can see his own catalog. He can see he doesn't have a whole bunch of songs that are talking about the revolution and the black struggle and all these different socioeconomic issues and different things that Kendrick talks about or J. Cole talks about in their music, and, you know, Vic Mensa and all these different people, right? He knows he's not that guy. There's different people who do different things, and he's rocks the party, gets the girls hype. He does his things, you know, he taps into people's emotions when it comes to being more personal. There's different purposes for different hip hop, but it doesn't necessarily take away from the hip hop aspect of it. All right. Now, as far as what Drake had to say, as far as his response, because obviously Drake's on his vacay, but that being a thing gives you a little bit more time to see the things that are going on the internet. You see it?
Hip hop is.
He pulled up a clip from the cow. Old Method Man clip. No grays on Method Man over here. Okay. And under it he says, what Umi say again? Let me shine my light, king. Don't change up now. And the message from Method Man here.
It's a culture. It's a way of life. The way you dress, the way you talk, the way you walk. Break dancing, rhymes, stage show.
Right? So he responded in his own way. He didn't get super crazy with it. He stayed super respectful because at the same time, Drizzy's, you know, he's a student of the culture. He came from the Mos Defs and the Little Brothers and all those different guys, and even Kanye. And Kanye came from that crew of Mos Def and Talib Kweli and the whole raucous movement that came out back in the early 2000s. All right, this is while Drizzy was still running around, still trying to get on. Still, I would even say pre-Best I Ever Had, Mos Def was the guy, and he did. Like, the reason I feel that maybe Mos Def's comments were a little bit cheeky, I guess you can say, for the best way of saying it, is because there is a little salt in there. All right. Drake said something about him not too long ago when he dropped his book. Let me see. I'm trying to find the quote over here on Twitter. But when he had dropped his poetry book, he had said something about, this is for the women out there or something like that, and not the Mos Def blasey blah type listener or whatever. Like he took a little stab at Mos Def is what I'm saying. Okay. I'm looking at it on Twitter on the back end because I don't want to pull this up and then have any nudity on the screen. 1 second. Let me see if I can okay, let me pull this up so y'all can see what I'm looking at. Poetry. Okay. Here we are. Found it. Okay. Champagne Poppy says, Can you do an article now where the baddest Instagram girls in the world review my poetry book? Not the head of the Most Def fan club. Thanks. Laughing emojis. Okay. This is back from June 28th. This is last year. Right? So Drake had jokes first. Just know, this is not out the blue where Mos Def is like, let me take a stab at this nigga. However, I feel that no matter how much, and Drake was respectful in his response just now, but this wasn't very respectful. This was more than a sub, fam. You said the nigga's name in your little comment. This is not even a tweet. This is not even a caption. This is a comment underneath somebody else's post. Damn, this nigga's the head of the petty club, the petty spaghetti king. You know what I'm saying? Heaping bowl of petty spaghetti this nigga just eats for breakfast. Okay? But the reason why I feel that Drake could talk so stout to mans like Mos Def, even though Mos Def is a respected member of the hip hop community, okay, his contributions will never, ever go unnoticed. However, once upon a time, Mos Def made a trip to Toronto, okay. And a lot of us were always looking at him as the guy to respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is Mos Def. He made black on both sides. Okay? This is Mos Def. All right? Those guys made the him and Talib's group. I don't even remember the name of the group anymore. But Reflection Eternal. You know, they're down with Common. Right? Which is also one of Drake's ops. Don't get that twisted. All right? Drake got many ops. Even these guys who are supposed to be the poetry guys, slam poetry niggas. Right? I now need to know the name of freaking Mos and Talib's group. But yeah, even the peaceful niggas can get it too, is what I'm basically saying. Right? Mos Def, Talib. Black Star. How I forget Black Star? All right. Lord have mercy. Right? Peace Love says Champagne Petty. So Mos Def came down here for Echo Fest back in 2005. Great performance. It was like a 3-day festival. Busta Rhymes was performing. Kanye West was performing at the time. Who else was performing at that? There was a lot of different acts. And we were backstage, okay, because this was like during the time that the Empire crew, this was like heavy Empire time. So we were out there for a major battle. Big Suit to Scandalous. He lost the battle that night to JD Era. Was it JD Era who won that night? I think JD Era won that night. Yeah, Big Suit to JD Era. JD Era took home the money, okay? But because of that big battle, we had the laminates and all that stuff. We're backstage. I met Busta Rhymes. You know what I'm saying? I met all the types of niggas over there at that shit. Nas performed. It was crazy. Big festival. And Mos Def was in town for the festival because obviously Mos Def performed. I don't know if this is at a point that Drake would have performed. If it was, he would have performed earlier in the night. I think Ludacris was there. This was a big festival, gang. And Mos was in town. Okay? I met Mos backstage, actually. And, you know, I'm doing my thing. I'm chiefing. Doing me. Doing wild me. Chilling. Laminate shining. Nigga comes off the stage after killing the show. All right? Road to Success. No, I didn't have the dreads by then. This is 2005, so they were already cut off. You know what I'm saying? Friday Baldy dread. And I'm backstage, chiefing. The nigga comes off the stage, and he's like, yo, that smells great, man. Yo, can I get a pull of that? And I'm thinking to myself,
Yeah, that's Most Def, and I really, really like the nigga's music, okay? And not to act like I'm too cool for school or anything like that. I really like the nigga's music, but I'm not a fan out nigga. I don't fan out. I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, it's Most Def. Here you go, bro. I took a few more draws on my thing because True say I was almost at the last end, you know what I'm saying? We're getting into Roachland. And I passed off the thing and I said, yo, keep that. But then I also looked at him sideways while I'm giving him the thing, like, yo, hold that, right? Because I'm saying to myself, you don't know me from a can of paint. It's not like just because I'm backstage doesn't mean everybody knows each other. I never met the nigga until that moment right there in real time. Boom. Okay? And Toronto mans know. Montreal man, niggas know. You don't just take spliff from anybody, fam. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm a real nigga, so you don't have to worry about my spliff. But you don't know where my mouth has been. Pause. So I found that kind of strange. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that's kind of geeky, fam. Like, that's some, no offense, that's some white boy shit. Like, you're just taking random clips from people, bro. Like, wow. You know what I'm saying? However, what I didn't know is that allegedly, man was fried all weekend. He was popping the bows. Throw them bows. Throw them bows. Okay? I'm using some terms to get around these YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? But let's just say his mind was in complete ecstasy. Let's just say that. Okay? He was throwing them bows. He was like a little candy goblin. This is what I was hearing. Allegedly. So maybe when, you know, he seen me, the serotonin's like just going crazy. Right? It's like, yo, man. Oh my God, man. Dude, can you this, man? Oh my God, man. Feels so great. And during that time, fam, I've been to the mad clubs back in the days, okay? 1999, 2000 circa. I'm in all of the house music clubs. Handed them off. Packing up the money, you know what I'm saying? Getting my bread. But yo, them girls, they're, oh my God, I'm gonna touch your dreads. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Diamond Eyes, he's like, yes, fam, why you ask me? You don't know me, fam. Why you asking me for a cliff, fam? Like, yo, walk on, fam. So anywho, during that, you know, super turned up weekend, let's say, man got married. I don't know what was in, who was the guy who dropped off the package to them and what was in those, fam. But it had him on the move. He was grooving and shaking. Met a shorty. I'm not going to say anything about who the shorty is because I'm going to stay respectful, okay? But he met a shorty out here and she wrapped his mind up. And then before you knew it, right to City Hall. The Toronto finesse. Toronto's the best. Oh shit. Had that nigga wrapped up over a weekend. Woo. Had him probably in the after hours. Right? What, you know what we should do next? You know what we should do next? Let's go to City Hall and get married. You know what? Yo, let's do it, yo. And that's what he did. All right? And then before we knew it, he was off of this. There was a few different things because a book did come out around that time. This is 2005, so a lot of these internet stuff that y'all are going to be looking for, just go look up, and I'm not going to do it here, just go look up Mos Def Toronto marriage. All right, because there was a book written where his name was in this book. So back then, and Drizzy was around back then too. This is 2005. This is not the 90s. From one nigga seen that, we were like, waste youth. Okay? We were using that term back then. Waste man. Wow, that's how Umi says is moving? Damn. Waste youth. So I can understand now why Drake, no matter how much of a legend that Mos Def is, or aka Yassin Bey, can say, you know what? I could talk to him however I want. Waste youth. We remember you when you were back here in Toronto, moving like a simp. You know what I'm saying? Eyes all pupil dilated, running. You want to get married? Sure. Right? Toronto mans don't rate you like that, fam. The niggas who knew, the niggas like me who have memory, who remember them times, okay? We don't rate you like that, fam. We looked at you different from them times. So if the boy turns around, what, 12 or 15 years later or whatever the time is now, and talks to you like a waste youth, is because he remembers. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So when the nigga comes up in an interview, and rather than just say, you know what, he's hip hop, but like it's not the type of hip hop that like, you know, really moves the community and stuff like that. Like different guys I prefer, It goes, instead of that, it becomes, oh yeah, he target shit. So many aisles. What about the struggle? What about Toronto, nigga? Tell us about that. Because the thing is, these niggas is righteous until they get around a bag of friggin' colorful candies and a chick. Now I know that's the past. Niggas might have changed. But niggas was talking that righteous shit back then when they was doing all that unrighteous shit. Come on, fam. You can't have it both ways, bro. I hear that thing, that bridging. How you giving me a righteous talk on Ebos, fam? You're crazy. This is what we need to do for the struggle, fam. Y'all not doing enough for the struggle. Give me another E. What? Nah, fam. Mans don't rate you like that, bro. Toronto niggas don't. Maybe these other niggas haven't seen that shit, but we know about this over here, fam. So we don't rate you like that, fam. Okay? But yeah, just to give you guys some context. Just if you didn't know. All right? I'm useful for something. Anywho, let's continue here. I got a quick hit here I want to give y'all. Salute to Mos Def, man. I still listen to Black on Both Sides. That shit is still fire, bro. Message still applies, but that was a waste man move that day, fam. We're not going to act like it wasn't. The boy Booggz. I was over in these Reddit streets. You know what I'm saying? Hanging out with the Reddit warriors for a second. Doing Reddit things. And it says here, and let me pull up the picture so y'all can see this a little bit better on the screen. So Booggz loses appeal for one count of possession of a loaded
and 1 count of possession for a prohibited device, which was overcapacity with an overcapacity magazine. Jesus Murphy. Damn, Booggz. So originally, what Booggz went away for back in, was that 2022? When was the last Booggz interview? Jesus Christ, I keep on forgetting. I think that was 2022 last time I spoke to Booggz. Let's see. Yeah, a year ago.
Everything, like, always been blessed. Like, that's why, like, I love that guy. Like, it's it'll never, like, be hard feelings or anything, because, like, he showed me so much love. Like, remember, this guy brought me to London. This guy brought me to Miami. Like, you know what I'm saying? Boston. All these type of places that I never been. Remember, from the trenches. I never seen this stuff before.
Yeah, this isn't, speaking to Drake, this is him talking about all the stuff that Drake did for him when he linked with him. This is from May 25th, 2022. So shortly after that, in the summer, he went away. And in this interview, he had his ankle bracelet on.
I care for Instagram. How? Like, I don't care for social media. That's why I just took 8 months off.
Yeah.
Being at home.
Why do the labels say, why do Booggz, he's going viral, but they're like, Booggz is a crazy character and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know why. And I do know why, but like, that's like, trust me, like, that's why I took 8 months off. Like, on social media.
Okay.
Like, I have to understand, like, I have Drake songs and stuff. I can't take breaks off social media, especially when I'm like, about to, like, you know what I'm saying? Social media is everything. Without social media, you can't even, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I had to realize I had to just take a step back from social media and just focus on what really matters. This is my case. I'm on attempted murder charge.
Holy shit, man.
I'm on. I'm saying this is what Toronto.
So that's the original index charge, right? And he was on probation for attempted M. Came home, went on a super wild Instagram rant where day after day, where's my Booggz thumbnail here? Day after day, he was on Instagram. It was like a marathon. And at some point in time, I guess this is crashing out before crashing out became a hot term, right? He got caught up again. And the Instagram stopped and he was back in jail. Okay, during that time, we got to do our interview here where I just showed you just now. However, yeah, right after that is when he went away, and he had an ankle bracelet in this. So from what he went away for, or I guess a probation violation of, is a possession of a loaded firearm and 1 count of possession of a prohibited device. So that would probably be a cell phone that you're not allowed to have, because they can give you like electronics ban, right? Where you're not allowed to use cell phones and different things like that. So if they see you on Instagram Live, you're technically using a cell phone. All right. So right now, I guess he was trying to get an appeal for this. If he's trying to get an appeal, that means they've already charged him or they've already convicted him. Okay? You don't get appeals for something that you're still waiting for a conviction for. All right, gang? Appeals are only there if you've been convicted of something already. All right? Appeal. Procedure. Okay. If either party disagrees with the judge's decision, the judge's decision, and y'all can see that on the screen right there. Let me make it a bit bigger for y'all to see here. If either party disagrees with the judge's decision, they can ask provincial / territory courts to appeal the federal courts the federal court of appeal to review it. If the appeal court allows the appeal, it can reverse the change of the judge's decision and order a new trial hearing. Otherwise, the decision stands. All right. Actually, I might be mistaken. They can be trying to appeal the probation violation. Okay, that's a possibility as well, right? Because like he said in the interview, he's in there for an M or an attempted M, and they caught him up again with a burner and a prohibited device. So that's a breach. He can try to appeal maybe his breach. And listen, I'm not a lawyer, okay? I'm an internet lawyer. I'm a Google lawyer. But he might be trying to appeal his breach. If not, if I'm correct with what I was originally saying, then he's already been charged with the firearm, which in turn carries a sentence of mandatory 3.5 years, depending on if it's a first or second offense or third offense or whatever. But it has a minimum of 3.5 years. And the prohibited device, the probably, and listen, I'm just spitting lawyers speech off the top of my head. I don't know snap, okay? But as far as with this, I feel like my lighting should be a bit better. But as far as with this, something like this, they'll probably run his prohibited device concurrently. So let's say his prohibited device had a 3-year on it, then he has 3.5 years. Okay? Rather than running them consecutively, where you'll do 3 years for this and an additional 3 years for the prohibited device. And now you still have to face your time, or you still have to go to trial for the original index charge, which is the attempted M. Y'all understand? Y'all following me where I'm going here with all of this legal jargon and what do you call that? Range lawyer talk. You know what I'm saying? I know it can get a little complicated, but not really. Okay? So basically, we're not going to be seeing Booggz if they've not given him an appeal. If they denied his appeal, we're not going to be seeing him for at least 3.5 years. Take into account, he went away in 2022, a year and a half ago. So he's already served some time. So let's say let's say he's convicted and sentenced to 3.5 years. Okay, let's just say that. He's probably has another year and change left, which he'd probably be finished his sentence at this point. Okay? As far as for the specific thing that we're talking about here on the screen. All right? 1 second, gang. Sorry. Better. My lighting was a little bit dark, gang. Okay, so now as far as, let's say that's done, okay? He still has to deal with the attempted M. Okay, and we don't know if he's going to get convicted for that. And if he gets convicted for an attempted M, that's the one that he has to worry about, is the index charge. Okay? Biggerton wants to know, the question is, what's he going to do when he comes out? That's a good question. Because even if, let's say, his sentence is finished for what's going on now, they probably still have to keep him in custody so that he can face his charges or, go to trial for the index charge. If he's been gone for the last year and a half, and we, let's say, not see him for another, and I don't want to wish this on him. I'm not even trying to put the time, but these different things, let's say an attempted N could carry up to 15 years. Okay, because the person's still alive. So it's not an M, it's not a life sentence. If he falls anywhere in between that, let's say he is convicted of said charge, he might get a 10-piece. So that really makes that question a little bit different. If he's coming home in like 3 years or whatever, then yeah, get back to it. Let's see if you can get it cooking in your 30s. Or no, if he comes home in like 3 years, he'll still be 28 or something like that, I think. Maybe 29. Okay, so creeping near the 30s. But if it's a 10-piece, you ain't seen that boy until his 30s. You know what I'm saying? So what would he do when he comes out, let's say in a 3-year thing? Like I said, get to the raps. Let's get back to it, see if you can get it cooking. You know, you still have the unreleased Drake verse. I think there's one that's unreleased. Yeah, we only heard Organization, but we never heard the other one. So there's still an unreleased Drake verse that you have. You still got you still got your talent, obviously, so you can make more shit. And then if it's a 10-piece, you might have to just come home and get a job, my G. You know what I'm saying? The rap game will have changed so many times over. Technology will have changed so many times over. At that point where it's like, don't even bother, fam. Yeah, you can tell your stories about the last 10 years you're in jail. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. I'm just being realistic. I'm not going to be the one who just, gives, pipe dream type of talk. If you got to do a 10-piece, build up your skills while you're away. You know what I'm saying? Get as many degrees as you can. Get as many certificates as you can, so that when you come home, you can get a forklifting job, you can get an electrician job, you can get all different types of jobs. You know what I'm saying? You'll have some kind of experience, even if it's behind bars. You can make yourself useful. You can start yourself a business. You know what I'm saying? You can do a lot of different things. But don't be like, yo, I'm either the hood or these studios. You know what I'm saying? I'll give some more advice to niggas who are inside right now who are doing long bids. Go to the library. Read books. Learn words. Learn to articulate yourselves. Because all the wagons is not going to fly when you can't do no street shit when you're like coming home and it's hot again and do you really want to go back to jail? So if you have to go get a job, it's not going to fly at the interview when you're like, so, the reason I want the job is because more times, I'm really good at what I do. I'm really smart more times. Like, nah, fam, that's not going to fly. Niggas need to read some books. You know what I'm saying? So if you, in the events that you do have to go and get a job, you know how to put together a resume. You know how to speak to people that are not in the hood. I'm not just saying white people. I'm just saying people who don't live in the hood. People who might be your boss. People who might be your manager, supervisor, things of that nature. And accept the fact that you might have to take a pay cut from what you used to get from the pack. You feel me? That's a humbling experience, but it's not something where it doesn't make you any less of a man to go do a 9-to-5, go get a honest living set of money. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting it in $10,000 clumps, but you're still getting your money and you're getting it honestly without looking over your back. If you're really innovative and you're a mover and shaker, you could rise to high degrees in your company and even build your own, or basically be the boss of the place that you work for because you're just that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Make yourself untouchable because you're just so sick of what you do.
That's valuable. Niggas in the street ain't gonna be like, oh, you're soft. That's what you're doing now? You're a job nigga, fam? Oh. Nah, fam, nah, I'm a not going to jail nigga. That's what I am now. That's my new job. I don't go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So salute to Booggz. Hopefully he doesn't have to do the latter of the time that we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because essentially he's a good kid, no matter how much different things that he gets into. And you know, we just want the best for him, end of the day. Dark Dream, what up? I got a couple more things here, and then we are getting off of this. What's my time like? Damn. Kendrick Lamar. I stumbled upon a video. Salute to Hello Yassin. Speaking of people with the name Yassin. And let me get rid of this Drake poll that's over here. Let me see what's shaking over here. Is Drake hip hop? 74% says yes. And 26% says no. Yeah, man. Peace, love, man. Come chat. There's things to talk about, yo. Gotta get it done. Gotta cover these topics. So Kendrick Lamar was apparently out here stealing from the culture. Robbing niggas of verses. Reusing verses, reusing ideas from a nigga from my hometown, not just the home team of Canada, but from my personal hometown of Montreal. Okay? So, salute to Hello Yassin.
Kendrick Lamar is the people's champion. Or at least that's what Jonathan Emile thought before he would have to face the worst setback. And
he brought this to my attention how many days ago? 1 day ago. Let's go.
Pretty much killing of his entire career. It's 2011. Kendrick Lamar is still not really Kendrick Lamar and is quite reachable. And that's exactly when independent Canadian music artist Jonathan Emile, who was also a fan of Kendrick, decided to reach out to him for a feature.
Yo, Jonathan Emile,
in 2008, an 18-year-old Freddie Villanueva was killed by police in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. It would be the spark for Jonathan Emile's song Heaven Help Them, that would release in 2009 with lines like, "When a cop dies, we're all mortified, but when a cop kills, he don't need no alibi." He wanted to re-release the song, polish it up, and with his own words, quote, add a different dimension to it, and reached out to Kendrick Lamar. I asked Kendrick Lamar to be a part of the song in the fall of 2011. We didn't really have any relationship with him at the time, so we basically cold called him and sent in a random email to his management asking if he was willing to collaborate. They said we would need to pay 2 installments, and we agreed. This was before Kendrick Lamar was even signed to Interscope. Top Dog told Emile, Top Dog is the CEO of Top Dog Entertainment, which is the record label that originally signed Kendrick Lamar. And he told him that Kendrick was feeling the song and was cool enough with the beat, subject matter, and the collaboration. The business.
So they got the verse done. Or, you know, he got in contact with Kendrick Lamar back in 2011. All right? Pay attention, gang.
This would be 2 payments, like we said, with Top Dog saying that the paperwork would be handled by TDE lawyers at Emile's cost. So he put together money for the feature, which was a couple $1,000s. Mixed by Ali, the engineer, for Kendrick Lamar and TDE, sent him the sample of the verse after the first payment, and then the full song in early 2012 after all of the transactions were done. Emile wanted to follow up with lawyers to make sure everything was above board.
So they put conscious rapper in the nigga's name, so you know what he's about. He's about that consciousness.
But there was no longer any communication. He reached out to...
I'm blacker than black, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all.
To Kendrick's lawyer, Josh Binder, Interscope, TDE, nobody would reply. He even said that when Top Dog sent the final files for the verse, they didn't even give him the a cappella vocals. The verse was even finished by Kendrick.
What? So if y'all missed that, after they got the verse back, they sent over the file with the verse on the beat. They never sent him the separated files, the stems, as they called them. All right? That's when you get the vocals separated in different pieces. the main vocal, the ad libs. You might have what they call swag libs now, or I don't know what they call them now. I haven't been in the studio for a while, but basically you're, yeah, all right, that shit, little extra shit, right? So they basically just sent him the verse stuck on the beat, so he can't do anything to it. He can't mix it and make it sound crispy and match it to his vocals and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like as if he had stems.
Kendrick Lamar and sent over to him, but they told him that the legal department was different from all the other departments on the invoice and that it was going to be handled. Nothing was handled. Kendrick Lamar got signed to Interscope while this business was going on, continued to blow up, and we're now in January of 2015. Emil is gearing up to release a new album and wants to use the song with Kendrick as a single. Anticipating a release on January 19th, he sent Kendrick Lamar's team a message 2 weeks ahead of time with the response, "Oh, I don't remember this happening. Why don't you just send me the song attached?" Which Emil had already done, multiple times.
So this is 3 years. Timeline, okay, gang? Reached out in 2011, got the verse back by 2012, had the song sitting in the tuck, but he couldn't really do much with it because like it's, you know, there's a mixing issue and stuff like that, but I'm sure they were able to do what they could with it. All right. And yo, Emil, Jonathan Emil, all right, holla at me.
They had even confirmed they received it, but still no reply. The days went by and another message was sent out. The song hadn't really changed from what they did in 2011. No response. Another email sent some days later, with no response. The Billboard article and interview with Kendrick Lamar was released, so he decided to push back the song, and he put it out 2 days later.
Watch this,
He sent
gang.
another email saying, "Okay, the song has been out for 2 days. You haven't been communicating, so we just tried to put out a statement that sort of goes in line with what Kendrick has been saying." You know.
So everything's going on now. Kendrick's about, he's about to do a move himself. So homie decides, you know what? Let me just drop this song because y'all niggas ain't getting back to me anyway. So whatever. Let me just drop this. So it's out.
No, that's when the song started to go viral, and we still had very little communication. Usually we would get a one-line email. We'd write a paragraph, but they'd give us one-line email. We tried to reach them over the phone, unreachable. But that day I did receive a phone call from a person who was pretty adamant about the fact that if the song stays up, Interscope was going to take it down. We paid for it in good faith. We tried to communicate, but the communication wasn't there. And this was done before Kendrick was signed to Interscope. So we don't really understand what the problem is. If you guys had a problem, we gave you weeks to let us know.
So Interscope got involved. However, when he got the verse, and I can relate because I got a Conway verse prior to him getting signed to Shady. But Shady never called me.
Almost immediately after, he was phoned by Top Dog himself. During the call, Top Dog threatened that
Top Dog got on the phone himself? Wow.
Interscope and Universal Music Group would take down the song. He alluded to possible legal action and took a highly aggressive stance. He also threatened that I would burn my bridges with TDE and that it was bad business for me to not listen to him.
He probably gave him all kind of, yo, little nigga, listen, little nigga, listen, yo, you better take that song down or else, little nigga, you're Pyru on dead homies.
It's hip-hop, so tough talk and bullying comes with the territory. I asked him why didn't he tell me not to release the song. He evaded. So I informed him that I had every right to have the song released and there was nothing I could do because it was live on the internet and scheduled for iTunes release. I proposed to remove the song if I was refunded, but Top Dog refused.
Yo, 2 racks. Keep that in mind. He paid 2 racks for the song. This nigga said, yo, listen, if you guys don't want the song up anymore, give me back my money. 2 racks. This is Kendrick now. Scorching hot. 2 racks.
I asked to speak to someone at Interscope or UMG. At this point, he became angry and yelled that he was, quote, the president of Top Dog Entertainment and he has the final decision.
Little nigga, I'm the president of Top Dog Entertainment, dead homies, nigga, on Pyru. I'll take your head off, nigga.
At that point, I said, okay, and informed him that I would act accordingly to my best interest.
Good move, man. Nigga stood his ground. You know what I'm saying? Stood on business.
Wasn't long after, just a couple of days, and 8 days total after the song was released and accumulated hundreds of thousands of plays on each platform, that he got the following email notifying him that he was, quote, infringing on copyright and had his song taken down on all platforms.
From Universal Music Group. You see that, gang? From Universal. Well, Universal Canada, they don't know nothing about this. But yo, gang, y'all dirty. Woo!
Platforms. He asked them if they were going to refund the verse, and they gave him some metaphorical reply.
And they said no.
By comparing verses to fruit that needs to be shared when it's made or bought, as opposed to letting it get rotten over time. Even whilst going through this tumultuous situation, Emil's ideal outcome was still the same as day one. I would just like to see the song be out there and split royalties and recognition for it like we intended in the first place. For me, it's not about the money. The biggest thing for me is I was trying to make a song with a message, and I'm trying to do that now. So I'd like the song to be out there so I can represent myself, because it's not his song, it's my song. We own it. It's difficult to explain and put into perspective how much Emil lost in this exchange. Not just the price of the feature, but this song was really blowing up and would have been massive for his career if it didn't get taken down as fast as it did. This was 2015. The Billboard cover article that Emil's referring to.
What was Kendrick doing in 2015? Sorry to keep on stopping it, gang, but you know, my brain goes into these different places. Kendrick Lamar. 2015 album. Ooh, Grammy performance in 2015. Ooh. Oh, by 2016 it's showing a Grammy performance. That's what you were doing back then? We're not doing a copyright. That's what nigga was doing back then? Big time stage show like this, my youth?
The world, where do we go? I'm at the
Oh, this is when Pimp a Butterfly was out. Oh, this is it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. No, it's not. Not for Jonathan Emil. Jeez.
Is the following, with this headline: Kendrick Lamar on Ferguson, leaving Iggy Azalea alone, and why we're in the last days. With the subhead, Kendrick Lamar talks to Billboard about his upcoming album, police violence, and more. Killing by police officer is exactly what Jonathan Emil's song was about in 2009. And if we take a look at Kendrick's verse on the song,
bro, that's what they did. Wait a minute. My song was about the same thing. Wait a minute. Your song is...
Heaven help them, he raps. They all say the average black man only lived till 25. Pac died at 25. How many kids you know dead at 25? Now that's life. I know 10 that's crumbling in coffins. Dead as a doorknob, fresh out of high school, and couldn't find no job, went straight to the grave. It's crazy how the Grim Reaper in love with such tender age. He matches the entire theme of the song, which is black men dying young, police brutality, which was the massive topic of discussion in hip-hop, as well as his Billboard cover story, with Mike Brown being the biggest topic of discussion for months, and Kendrick even explicitly shouts out Jonathan Emil by name on the song. So this was the perfect time for a song like this to be released for Emil, who's independent. Kendrick Lamar was hitting new heights as a mainstream rapper, the topic of discussion in hip-hop was police violence, and the theme of their song together was police violence on youth.
That would have been perfect, bro. Man's wearing a McGill sweater. You know where McGill University is, yo? I mean, McGill University, that's the university in Montreal that produces the doctors. The docteur.
That's something that you can't recapture when your song gets taken down almost instantly. So Emil did the last thing he could do to at least get his money back and prove he didn't steal the verse, which a lot of fans thought after it got taken down.
Wait for it.
And that was to sue. He filed a lawsuit on October 24th,
Let's go,
2016
Emil.
in Quebec against Top Dog Entertainment, Interscope, and Universal. And it said the following: the plaintiff seeks from the defendant the amount of $15,000 after one of his songs was, quote, taken down from social media, YouTube and SoundCloud by the defendants, 2 months due to their report that the upload was infringing their copyright.
He came back.
The defendants failed to contest the application. No specific evidence of monetary loss was made at the hearing. The Copyright Act does not require such evidence to be made. The plaintiff has submitted the court invoices from his lawyer totaling $1975. It's only after the intervention of this lawyer that the song was reinstated on social media. While the song was down and even after it was reinstated, it's clear from the evidence provided that the incomes of the plaintiff and his reputation was negatively affected from the false report of the defendants.
He got himself a good lawyer, yo. Damn, this lawyer laid that out nice.
The court ruled in his favor, partially because they just didn't show up or even address it, and he was awarded about $6,400 USD plus 5% interest.
So he got back $6,400 USD. Salute to this man right here, man. Salute to Jonathan Emile. Get him, Jonathan. Get him. Okay.
The song was reinstated and is available on Spotify and other platforms today, but they had to be re-uploaded, so all the old views, attention, and comments were gone. This was almost 2 years later. People had moved on. Alongside the momentum.
So 2017 around now, or not now, but around then, is when he was able to actually re-upload the tune. All right. He recorded it in 2011, put it out in 2012. Put it out in 2015, my bad. Got it taken down and had to fight for the last 2 years to get it put back up.
Momentum, which is something you can't recapture. A lot of folks really did think.
Okay, so let me take a look here. And salute to Hello Yassin, who made this very dope breakdown right here. Okay, he has a couple of channels. He has his regular channel right here, where he does these in-depth breakdowns on a whole bunch of different things besides just music now. And then he has his Hello Yassin extras, where he just freestyles a little bit more and gets into the culture and different things that he used to get into on this channel. All right? Gave you a nice little plug right there, brother. But let's take a look to see where the song is here. Jonathan Emile Kendrick Lamar. Look at the SEO on that. Jesus Christ. Can we hear a little bit of it? Just a little bit. Oh, they got Martin Luther King in the clouds.
Dedicated to the murderers.
Wow. Keeping it real.
Feast your eyes, realize us wrong. That the police are just people with guns. I mean people with funds and guns. Given the power of blood, fill a shot and let the streets and get your people to run, son. And when I
Let me hear a little bit of Kendrick first.
heaven knows just why they had to take his life. Take him home. People are angry and people want answers. He wasn't a nuisance. He wasn't a gangster. They
Wow, they got Martin Luther King and them burning it. Let me see a little bit of this visual here. Visualizer. Or I guess this is the video. Damn. Look at the view count, gang. Look at this. 1.7 thousand 3 years ago. It's a song with Kendrick Lamar, man. Wow. They did this nigga dirty. That's great. I'm subbing to your channel, fam. That's nasty work right there, fam. Holy. The industry's dirty. Maybe that's why Kendrick got away from Top Dog, yo. Some of these business practices here, Top, not a good look, bro. Don't like that. I'm gonna follow you, fam. We gotta tap in. We need the story more widespread. Let me find here. With the check mark. Bang. See that right there on the screen, gang? Hold on. Am I seeing this correctly? Fam, how is it that this nigga got a song with Kendrick Lamar and we can compete for followers?
No. That ain't right. No. Yo, Yassin, salute to you for making this story right here. This was a hidden gem. Salute to you, man. Salute to you, bro. That is a hidden gem right there. Okay, when I seen that on the YouTube screen, that thumbnail, I was like, Kendrick Lamar stole from somebody? And you did a good job with the way that you titled it, because obviously Jonathan Emile doesn't have a bunch of followers. His traction isn't as high as it could have been if he had this song with Kendrick Lamar. Like, if he had got to release it in the time that he wanted to, he would have, the song has already had hundreds of thousands of streams on it. Now when I look over here, it has 1.7 thousand views in 3 years. That's that. Damn, bro. They did you dirty, fam. Yeah, we gotta talk, fam. We gotta have a conversation, bro. This is not a good look, bro. All right, and once again, salute to Hello Yassin for bringing this to our attention right here, because stuff like this needs to be exposed. This is how the dirty industry works. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if it's oh, you my brother, it's my brother, man. Nah, B. Them niggas is moving just as dirty as the white people who have signed them to the labels, to the major labels. They come through and then use the same tactics on their quote unquote brothers. Okay, that ain't right. Diddy doing free cops, signing niggas to crappy contracts. Okay, I'm trying to keep it clean right now near the end. But Diddy ain't the only one. I'm not saying Kendrick and them mans are doing no free cops, but they're doing bad business. And like I said, maybe this is part of the reason why he had to separate himself from TDE. Maybe there was a couple of Jonathan Emile type cases. And he started to find out and started saying, damn, that's what you did to them? Damn, bro. Didn't need to do that. I would have, you could have talked to me. You feel me? Road to Success said Suge Knight would be proud. Hell yeah. That's exactly where he learned this shit from. Maybe Top's out there hanging niggas off of balconies and whatnot. Kendrick wasn't having that. He's like, fam, I'm a peace-loving guy. Come on, bro. Don't do that. That's not peaceful like. But yeah, man, salute to Jonathan Emile. All right. Kendrick, make that right with him, man. Maybe do another feature with the homie, bro, now that you're independent. Okay? Hopefully this gets a little bit more traction. Hopefully Yassim's video and hopefully this coverage of it gets as much traction as we can where it gets to Kendrick and Kendrick can right this wrong. You feel me? But anywho, I'm going to leave the last story for this weekend because it's definitely cold as F outside and it's going to still be cold when we get to this weekend when we do the podcast. And big salute to Dusty Wallace. We're going to be doing our regular scheduled program. So look out for that. New interview on the way with Booggz. All right. Look out for that coming out tomorrow. All right. Tomorrow morning for the audio listeners. Tomorrow afternoon, evening for the video listener or video viewers. All right. More content for your head top, gang. So, same bat time, same bat channel. I'll be back maybe this week again. All right. So until then, we are off of this.